Welcome everyone for the second round of the unofficial Warsaken Standard Tournament. Today we have a match with Brandon from the Warsaken team and the creator of Warsaken playing Bacchus. Does either of you have anything to say before we go into rolling the matchup?
I think there's been a fair amount said to the lead up, so
I was gonna say I don't feel like there's any more smack talk that needs to be thrown.
Ooh, missed all the treaty bits here. Alright, I'm gonna spin the leader, and as always, once we see a leader, you can choose if you want to veto it, but you only have one veto for the entire tournament, so you can cancel a pair once, but you do have a second time to do that during this match, if you want, which is when we get to decide who picks the leader or not. Anyways, the first leader we roll is Emperor versus Key. Does either of you have any issues playing this leader pair?
not at this stage.
I think I could go. I think I could be fine with this.
Alright, so let's see what you think after we decide who picks what. Anyways, I'm gonna close the screen and open the game menu. And I'm gonna share it now. Give me a moment. Here we go. Should be
The
visible.
link you sent me didn't work. That's weird. Let me try it again.
Alright, we can resend it. Give me a moment. It's possible I copy pasted it wrong. No, it should be correct. Anyways, just wait until Bacchus gets into the room and we can get started. Brandon, could you set the matchup as Emperor versus Key, please? It shows as Lockwood for me. I will refresh now. Alright, perfect. Just start the game and I will join as a spectator once the game starts running. And set up your camera angles, and once I'm done with that, let's roll who gets the leader advantage or turn advantage. And how that works is the person who rolls high get to choose if they want to pick a leader or if they want to select who starts first. But if you pick one of those options, your opponent gets the other one. So if you pick a leader, your opponent gets to pick who goes first and who goes second. So think carefully about that. As mentioned earlier, and at this stage, once one of the players has picked a leader, there is the second option to veto this match if you don't like it. In which case we'll go back to the lobby and I will again remove the current option from the wheel. But once you do that, you cannot pick that option again for the remainder of the tournaments. So be careful, it's a part of the strategy you can choose for this tournament. Alright.
So wait, did you just roll that as a 1 for your roll?
No, he just
pulled the dice.
he just moved the dice as far as I saw.
Okay. I was like, you rolled a 1. Sweet.
Yeah, I rolled the 1. I'll take that roll. That's fine. If you want to play that way.
That's the... Alright, I got the basic setup done here, so be free to roll. Well, let's say that red goes first, so Bacchus, please roll. For real this time. Okay, 3 for Bacchus. And 2 for Brandon. Alright, so Bacchus, do you want to have a leader advantage or do you want to have a turn advantage?
I will take the turn advantage.
Alright, so Brandon gets to pick leader.
I think I'm gonna take Key.
Alright, so Brandon picks Key. Are both players fine with these leaders?
Nope. Let's reroll.
So you want to reroll, Bacchus?
Yes, please. I've never played Emperor, so.
Alright, so Brandon, please go back to lobby and I will restart the wheel. Alright, so I'm gonna stop the stream and start the wheel stream. Okay. Give me a moment, here we go. And I'm gonna write out that Bacchus has you veto. Alright. There we go.
So now we, just to make sure I'm clear, so now we roll again, but without
Yeah.
that pairing.
And backers no longer is able to cancel the pairing. However, you still can if you want, Brandon.
Okay.
Alright, if everyone is seeing my screen now.
We are.
Alright, I'm gonna roll the new setup. Alright, Sienna versus Tattoo. Brandon, are you fine with this matchup? You're the only one with veto option left.
So just to make sure I'm understanding the option here, if I say I'm not, then you would re-roll for just either Zoff versus Lockwood or Volkov versus Leon.
Yes, but you can no longer pick this option for the remainder of the tournament, even if it's finals. So
even if it's finals?
Yeah, it's
all the way through.
Once the entire tournament move.
Oh, I didn't realize that. Let's roll with this.
Alright, so we go with Sienna versus Tattoo Latapo. And Brandon, if you could set the matchup, I will go to that lobby in a bit.
Sienna versus Latapo. I'm gonna hit start.
Let's see, I have a current lobby of 3. Perfect.
Make sure that you got in.
Read it and join the match. This is the second time a veto option has been used this entire tournament, by the way, in case people are curious.
This is exciting.
It is.
I never thought that I'd actually be playing in a tournament of this game. It's just, it's exciting. It's exciting. It's fun. Win or lose, it's exciting.
Alright, I'm just gonna shed some fast angles here first. And you still have the same routine to go through, so you still have the roll call leader advantage and turn out with this though. Alright, set all up. All rolls until I say don't count, by the way, so unfortunately that doesn't count.
Okay.
Alright,
Okay.
go ahead. Since I was setting up the camera angles, I have to do that every single time manually.
Sorry, I got excited.
Alright, please roll officially this time.
That was a good practice, Brandon. That's 6. That was,
Yeah.
good job.
I was like, let me show you how it's done.
Yay!
Oh dear. Okay. And I, just to make sure, I should roll now, correct?
Yes. Okay, that's 2 for Brandon.
I'll take the leader advantage. I'll take Lethaba.
Alright, so backers will be playing Latapo, and Brandon Weavers is playing Sienna. Oh, Brandon, do you want to go first or second?
He can still veto if he wants to, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's true. Do you want to veto it, or do you want to play?
Thinking.
Just a reminder, you both are seeded players, so there is an elimination round. If one of you loses, you still have to lose again until you get eliminated. Only first round was a straight out elimination.
I will take.
I want to win that
turn.
Kraken.
I'll take the turn advantage.
Alright, so Brandon with Sienna will be starting. And
Sorry. I meant by that I want to go second.
Okay. So backers with Tattoo goes first. And please shuffle your decks before you do anything else. Thank you. And draw 8 cards. And as we are using the official rules again, standard Mulligan rules. Did you have any question? You were saying something.
Yeah, I have one quick question. So just to make sure, how many? Is there any limit or expected number of times to shuffle prior?
No, one is fine. But most do 2 or 3 times. Anyways, the official Mulligan rule is that both players get 1 free redraw if they don't like their hands. But they can also do it again if they, after the redraw, still don't like their starting hands. However, if they do that, their opponent gets 1 extra card. So first decide if you want to redraw or not, but do not redraw again until it's decided that both players either redraw or hold their hand. And so you don't draw with the 9 cards, the next one, you only draw with 8. Alright. So are you fine with that? Okay, so Brandon is fine with his hand. And Becca's?
I'll take a mulligan.
Alright, so Becca's draws a new hand. Do you like your new hand, or do you want to use your last redraw? In which case, Brandon gets 1 extra card.
I don't really want to give him an extra card. No, I'll take this.
Alright. And you are starting, so feel free. Just one thing before we go. Actually, I almost forgot. I will be pointing out things you miss for a few first turns. However, after that, if you miss things that would be beneficial for you, such as adding resources or reducing timers or losing leader abilities, I won't be mentioning that. However, if you are missing things that would be negative to you, just as territories getting destroyed, you know, penalties for playing cards and so on, I will always remind about that. There's a certain expectation about people knowing a bit about the Forsaken rules, so I will only be providing limited assistance for the match. Alright, good luck, and let's get started.
Alright, so I don't pick up and I don't adjust timers, so I will just put my resources. I'm going to take a generic and add 1 to my morale.
I mean, you can totally talk to each other if you want. Just keep it civil.
You're bald.
That is true.
What to do?
I love that, like, the first thing you say right after getting that option. You guys can talk to each other. It's a straight up insult. Can't even.
I'm gonna.
And about my physical appearance.
Exactly.
Hey,
I meant it as a compliment. Did you not take it as a compliment?
Oh, I did. Yeah, no, I did.
Oh, that's good. Good. I also had pirate, as there's nothing to steal from his side.
And just one thing, we have been using the replay resources you need for a card before you play option, which is not the official way. Players normally, once they know the game, they can just use the resource replacement rules, you know, as they want, but it's easier for spectators if you swap the resources for each card to match their costs after you play a card, well, before you play a card. So I'd appreciate if both of you would use that method, though it might be a bit complicated for people who have been using the just treats, you know, specific resources generic for costs system.
No worries.
Anyways, sorry, I won't be penalizing anyone if they don't use that, though I will just remind about it a few times.
I think that is my turn.
Oh yeah, one thing by the way, which I forgot, about that pirate option, sorry. First turn play and doesn't reduce timers, so you cannot use pirate option on first turn. So you have to replace one of those generic resources, a specific one, if you want to play that card. That was my mistake, so I'm not gonna penalize you for it. that works, since we know what it is. Alright. And sorry about that, Bacchus.
I can technically swap it like that.
Yeah,
but
you
like
can.
that.
Thank you.
Your turn, Brandon.
Okay, just to make sure, this dice that's been sitting in the middle of the field here.
It has
That's
no
yours.
function.
Okay, I'm just gonna go put that back in the bag. All right, going to draw one card. And going to use one, 4. Take my resources. We want to check my morale really quick and just make sure that's the correct amount. Yeah, it is.
+2 for Moundery.
Cool. I'm going to choose food. I'm going to. Whoa. That was weird. Like grabbed more cards than I was supposed to.
It does that. Able to be
I'm going to play overtime production.
Mm-hmm.
I will lose 3 morale.
To pay attention to tokens. As long as you have something selected when you pick something else.
No, I know. I just didn't realize I had left that selected. It's fine. So I will then produce an extra resource for each of my territories. So just go this card. This goes back to the resource pile. 1, 2. Double check my resources. Going to swap these 2 for Eric. Sorry, one of those for generic. One of those for generic, and one of these for generic. Let's see. I am going to swap this for generic, actually. And going to swap one of these for generic. I'm going to play targeted sabotage.
Alright, so Bacchus, please select your hand, put it face down behind your leader. I don't know, face up behind your leader. Or center of the field, your choice.
I need to be able to see it. Either.
Yeah, then. My mind was still on the search mob, sorry, it's pretty early for me.
Let's go ahead and have you discard that Kraken.
Can't do it. Turn cannon's too much.
Yep. Turn costs less than 2. Kraken
No.
has a turn cost of 3.
No. No. We're misreading that card. A
Oh
specific
yeah,
enemy
if it
shows
has a
their
turn
hand,
cost of less.
discard a card from it.
Oh.
Period. If it has a turn cost greater than 2, that enemy loses 1 morale. Do I
Okay.
get anything for calling out the fact that I just correct?
No,
I
no
feel like
one.
I should get something
Actually,
special
no.
now.
Yeah, no one has actually made that mistake. So, might be because we presumed the card works differently. But now that you mention it, the wording actually makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah, well, I never read it that way before.
yeah, that's
Discard
I'll
it.
lose.
Yeah.
Sucker.
So I lose
Now,
some
normally,
morale.
just as an FYI, I would not do that move if there was anything that I could. If it wasn't for the fact that that was a Kraken.
Mhm.
Big win conditions are dangerous, obviously.
And that's for
So,
just for people watching this recording later. Brandon is the main developer, so he knows the rules best. Just
I'm sorry, I
clarification.
didn't mean to jump on that one.
No, no,
quite
no.
as
I
aggressively
have
as I
actually
did.
been understanding this game, this card wrongly entire time, and I'm the main referee, so this correction is important. Thank you.
I am in.
Yeah, if yeah, it is an if. Okay.
Ouch.
Think that I'm going to go ahead and play this. So I'm going to swap this for a generic. And the turn is yours, backers.
Thank you. I'll draw a card. I will reduce timers. So there's nothing for me to steal. So I'll just take a generic. That produces. Okay. Resources. I'll take a food here. I will take a generic and add 1 morale. I'll take 2 fuel. And 2 of them. Right. Hmm. Oh, a bit excited. I'll replace this for a generic. Your turn.
And we'll draw my card. card. I will then reduce timers. I'm going to reduce this leader timer, 0. Reduce this one to 3. Solve these. One generic, 2 generic, power, and 1 equipment.
Correct.
One power, 1 generic.
Mm-hmm.
I will then attach this hyper defense barrier to my Pawns research centers. Then I'm going to produce. Food. I am then going to use my leader's first ability to gain 1 intel, and my specific component backers will lose 1 morale.
Just as I said, I will remind about things early. You didn't add your resources to the resource silo.
Oh, that's a good point. Good call. Okay, I'm going to swap an equipment for generic. And then I'm going to use both my power resources here. I'm then going to exchange 2 resources here for a power. And then I'm going to exchange this for a generic. And then I'm going to play field research. Draw 3 cards. Play this. And let's see. Make sure you lost the morale for the card, correct? That I played.
Yep.
Which card? If you mean the one that discarded Kraken, since the unit has more
No.
than 2, it doesn't actually.
No, I'm sorry. It wasn't a card. It was my leader's ability.
Yeah, I did.
But he said he did. He took it.
Actually, yeah, true. Since you increased your moral by the Kyoto ML on first turn, you had 80, correct?
And on second turn.
Mm-hmm.
And I have lost a morale from the targeted sabotage and morale from the leader ability, so I'm still on 17.
You actually didn't lose a moral for the targeted sabotage because your units had more preparation time than than one, sorry.
But
So-
I said you did if it was more than one, more than two.
If it has a turn
No, if
cost
it's
of
less-
less than 2, you lose one more, so you
Yeah.
have one more
So
moral.
anything, yeah. So
Sorry,
you start.
then I'm like,
You started with 17.
Hmm.
Right?
Yep.
Let's just make sure we square this away really quick
Yep.
before we move on.
Go ahead.
You started with 17, and then you chose generic how many times?
yes.
Twice.
Mhm.
Then it should go up 2, and then you lost 1 for the leader ability from Sienna. So you should be at 18, and that is what
Mhm.
you're showing, correct?
Yep.
I think we are correct. Backers, it's your turn.
Thank you. I will draw a card. I'll reduce timers. You don't have anything for me to pirate, so I'll take a generic. Reduce my leader ability. There's nothing for pick off,
So it gets wasted.
so it gets wasted.
Hmm. Alright, deploy effects, so find 5 soldiers and show it to us. Let's show them to us. Just this time for real, put your hands face down on the field behind your leaders, please.
No problem. Oh my lord.
And I forgot to mention that starting from this turn I will not be giving advice on the positive effects. It's the Cubos method, thank you for suggesting that one, Cubos.
5, right? Do I have to show?
Yeah, you have to show.
Show you.
It's always if you have to find a certain type of card, you have to show it, but if it's anything, then you don't have to. Okay, Sarah CY, to Kobani. Okay, another Kobani. Alright, so double CY, double Kiboni, and 1 Sergeant Cabo Makata. Alright?
Yeah. I'm just gonna move them in case I have a little oops, in case I have a little accident. Which I'm not planning to, but you never know.
Just remember to keep it top of the deck for a while. Even if you don't see it, it usually highlights in the background. Alright, and shuffle please. And the depart mechanics activates, so Salamander gets eliminated.
Alright. And now I will fill up my resources. I'll choose food. And I'll choose. What will I choose? I will take the moral again. And fuel. And equipment. Okay. All right. Again, 2 enter. I'll leave those there for a second. And I will gain 2 enter.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Your
my
token
lord.
is blocked again.
Wood. Yeah.
And that is probably the most common mistake in tabletop here.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Play 1 fuel. And I'll exchange 1 equipment for generic. And I will pay 1 fuel and 1 fuel for generic. And okay. All right. What do we got here? Hmm. $240 in total. I'll put everybody 240 in total
All right.
onto biofuel research farms.
All right. Biofuel research farms loses 240 health, unless there are any blockers used.
Yeah, so I'm going to block this guy with my
Okay. But
doohickey
like,
here.
yeah, but like can block land units and it has the ended effect, so if it blocks a soldier, soldier is eliminated, so specialists of the Gobani will get eliminated, and the biofuel research farms will lose 190 health.
Did you say a total of 190?
190. It was 240 with, no wait, yeah, 240 without blocker, and with blocker with minus 50, but on that it's 190. You can of course double check it if you want.
I think we're good. Okay. So that gets through. I have nothing else I can do to stop him anyway. And it's my turn. Correct, Judge.
Yep. There's nothing after battle phase, so it's your turn.
I just was making sure I didn't didn't do anything out of turn here. All right. Going to draw 1 card to reduce my timers down to 1, down to 2. Also go nothing. Oops.
I recommend using the F key for flipping. It's much easier than selecting the wheel.
Yeah. I just accidentally. I'm going to immediately gain an intel. And you're going to lose 1 morale, backers. And then we will start producing. So I'm going to go ahead and put these. Grab this one. This produces 2. This also produces 2. This produces 2. This is 2. This is full.
Gonna have a look around with or without your permission.
Okay, one of those, those. Going to play Eric 1 hour to play field research and draw 3 cards. To go ahead and play. And think about that. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to hold. Return backers.
My turn. Thank you. I'll ready my people. will draw a card. I will reduce timers. I will steal. I will steal the equipment. Reduce that timer. Okay. Alright. I will put some resources. I will take food. I will pick generic. Game on morale. Oops, sorry. I will get 2 fuel. 2 fuel. And 2 equipment.
It's a lot of resources you got over there.
I do. I just need something to play with them. I will pay. Sorry, I probably should have exchanged these 2 for one of these.
Mm-hmm.
And then that guy and that guy. And I will replace restored vehicle.
Okay, did I miss something? You replaced something for the generic with what was it? I literally blinked and you suddenly had 2 generics on there. Just a verification.
I replaced another fuel.
Alright. Just making sure because I missed it. Thank you.
Just want to call out that you cannot get your Kraken with that card.
Unfortunately, no.
That's why I pulled this one out, not the Kraken.
Okay, just making
Sad.
sure. You
It's a sad
eyed that
story.
Kraken. I know
I
you
did.
eyed that
I
Kraken.
looked at it and I'm like, let's just pretend for a
Can I
moment
just
it
sneak
says
that?
a turn cost. And I will get this guy.
Yep, but since it's just a turn preparation time, it comes face down. Correct.
You. Okay. And I will. And I will replace 1 fuel for generic.
You are, it seems, a man of many skills. A rare combination.
I will move into battle phase. We shall put the ghost to the biofuel research farms.
Impossible.
Do I want to sack? What's it on? Yeah, well, I'll put these 2. They'll stay. All onto biofuel research farms.
Assign blockers.
Okay, so just to make sure, these 3 are not It's just these three, or is it?
No, this one's not doing anything. It's just watching. It's having a party.
Okay.
It was on
So
down duties.
I'm definitely gonna block this dude again with my whatever.
Lifeline.
So he's gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're gonna get a 120 through. And it's my turn. Correct, Judge?
Yep.
Didn't that go down to nothing? Wasn't it 110?
170, right?
I thought I read 110.
It is
Otherwise,
170.
Otherwise, I wouldn't have put the other ones in. That's fine. My fault.
Yeah. It was 170 because I counted that if you used all your cards, you can eliminate it. But since there was a butterfly, I thought you can get it killed anyway. So I was kind of curious why you did what you did, but
Yeah. I thought it was on 110, which means that that would have killed it, but that's okay.
I'm going to start my turn and draw a card. I'm going to then reduce my timers. These over. I'm then going to produce. Gain an intel as well, but I'll do that in a second. Gain my intel.
well, you did remember that.
And then I'm going to also gain my intel from my Viper, which is another 2. That's all the intel I get to gain. And you were at what in intel? 4. Okay, good to know. I will then use my leader ability, which will gain me 1 additional intel, and you will lose 1 morale.
Done.
I will move into my play phase. I'm going to take a moment to think about this for just a second. Okay.
I have to say it's unusually close interval was this matchup.
That's interesting. I'm going to take 2 generic and swap them for a food. We'll then use a food. And we'll play non-aggression treaty. And I pose the choice to my opponent.
Alright, pick an option, Bacchus.
Good timing on that one. I really don't want to give you the morale. Take the morale, but I kind of have to. I think I'm gonna have to I'll lose 3 morale.
Alright, so option 2. A specific enemy declines this treaty, they lose 3 morale. Okay, and 15 is correct.
Sorry, what is your morale at?
It was
15, 15?
it's 18, it's 15 now. He has been taking the Raxus effect every turn so far.
Yeah, so just to make sure, it's 15 now
Yeah,
currently.
it's 15.
Okay. Sure. Just one extra moment here, thinking through strategy options.
This is just supposed to be a clicker, Brandon. Come on. Joking. Take your time.
He knew the world would not be the same. Few people laughed. Few people cried.
Go ahead and pay
Were silent.
1, 2, 3. I'm going to play optimized outcome.
Alright, go ahead and find any card you want. Just
Borrow
put-
that.
Just remember to put your hand face down on the field behind Sienna first. Thank you.
I'm only going to draw a few here to see if I can find what I'm looking for first. And I did not, so I'm going to draw some more. I'm going to put the card I'm planning to take right there. Is there a way to select all of the cards in my hand just out of
Yeah,
curiosity?
right click it and you get
select
an
all.
option
There
to
we go, I
select
got
all.
it.
Yeah. Supple, please. Thank you.
What have we done? We cannot run, people going berserk. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it has begun. Killing each other, guess we'll never learn. Yeah, I have become.
I'm going to exchange these 2 resources for a food.
Spreading evil, they want to ill treat us. The bonds with the fetus. Spitting facts from the Bhagavad Gita. We all become death. Oppenheimer trying to teach us.
I'm then going to exchange these resources.
Ain't nothing left for your features. Deadly. We just
Alright,
kill
hang on.
and release these demons.
Yeah.
Food is going over here.
Yeah,
These 2
separating-
resources.
Yeah,
These
separating
2
it.
resources for another food.
Okay.
Am I going to lose 3 more morale?
And I'm going to play another non-aggression treaty.
I didn't sign the last one, so I guess I'm not really signing this one.
So another 3 moral then. Okay.
Put that in the discard.
So bad diplomatic relations between these two.
The trash talk all week led to this.
It was inevitable we play this fair.
Your turn, backers.
Fun. Alright. I will draw a card. That's good. That's not better than it could have been. Wonderful. Okay, will reduce timers. I will pirate 1 power. I'll reduce the second ability. I'll pick off your sub.
Right, GMY gets limited.
Okay. Oh, no. You didn't say that, did you?
Actually, we don't
No.
see your cards either. Okay.
I didn't see anything actually.
I just dropped my hand down on the back of the table.
We did hear it though.
Lucky I did it way back. I do that. I slide back in case I mess up like I just did, so yay me.
Okay, so go ahead and 5 soldiers if you can.
Yeah, I don't think there's going to be 5 in here, but there's going to be more of what I want.
Also, just a reminder, technically need to flip your forces ready before you draw, but since it mechanically doesn't yet affect that much, you can do it later. I'm not that picky about that. Might have more meaning on the other sets, but as far as I know on the first Forsaken concept, there is no specific advantage or disadvantage doing it later.
You
But
are correct.
Yeah, but officially it's before you draw.
You never know. We might make a card that looks at that. It's fun design space for sure.
Well, like if you have a card that steals resources and once it returns to base, it gives it, then it would matter, right?
Where the hell is the other? Shouldn't there be a final?
There may not be 4 in the deck. There may only be 3. I can't remember off the top of my head.
Give me a moment. I will check fast.
There's 4 of her in there. I can't find it.
I believe it's 3, but I'm gonna double check.
It's not in here, so it must be 3.
My deck list shows that it's supposed to be 3.
And my checkup list shows it's supposed to be train.
Well, I guess if there's no other
Mm-hmm.
soldier force to find, then there's no other soldier force to find. Cool. I'll just move those over here real quick.
And do remember to shuffle.
Yep. Okay. I will now produce. I did my part already, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So let's go to. I'll select food. I won't take the whole deck because that would be greedy. I'll just take generic and increase my morale by 1. I will take 2 fuel. And 2 of those guys. Equipment.
By the way, I forgot to mention that Axe Salamander gets eliminated due to the part mechanics.
Yep, thank you. Alright. Okay. I will play 1 generic. And let's put a bit of a minefield out there. That's handy. I will pay 1 food, exchange 1 fuel for generic. Zavi, and I will gain 2 intel. Alright. I will pay 1 fuel, exchange 1 fuel for generic, pay another Uban.
Gonna have a look around with or without your permission.
Oh, hang on. I've got an idea. I will pay 1 power, exchange 2 fuel for 2 generic. And play a restored vehicle. And I'll take the sub. Oh.
With or without your permission.
Alright, I will put 1 sub against here. And I will put 1 sub that's it. And 1 sub against here. And that will do.
All right.
So you're only attacking with subs, just to make sure I'm clear.
Yep.
Since there are nothing that can block these submarines on the field, Biofuel Research Farms gets eliminated, and Sienna loses 6 more. And Monterey Gas Deposits takes 100 damage. And that ends the turn.
And shoot. Your turn.
On my card. Reduce timers. Get this card. One. And I will produce.
Could you actually put the resources bit behind the Palms Research Center so we see the barrier on the field constantly? It's a bit buried underneath there. Kind of important
Sure.
to see it. Thank you.
Yep, no worries.
Can I ask a quick question? Before, when how did the bot fly kill the Kabanis?
If you read the end special rule with the botfly, it says can only block non-drone soldier forces. If the soldier, no, so there's the why it blocks soldier forces, and then it has the topmost effect is ended if this hits a leader or soldier force eliminated. So it can block soldiers despite being an air unit, and it eliminates.
That's if it's attacking the leader. Okay. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. As Kavani is not a drone soldier, he also gets eliminated if he's blocked.
Yep.
You good, backers?
Good, man. You and your crafty wordsmanship.
Sorry.
It's all good, man.
Yes, this strategy was planned yards ahead.
I am going to
crippled me
use
on the
my
first turn.
I'm going to use my leader's ability, and you will lose 9 morale. And I cannot attack this turn.
Okay.
Should put that down 4. All right.
Does that make up my... Oh no, you literally, you can just like a bloop, bloop, bloop. Ignore me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I just can't attack this turn. So I'm going to swap this and this for June. And I'm going to play Optimized Outcome.
Alright, find any cards you found. Just put your hand on the field, please. Thank you.
welcome. Going to exchange, actually. Exchange this for a food. I'm going to
Another food.
change that for a food. Backers. I just feel like we should really focus on non-aggression.
Look, I agree. I think it's probably time to give the aggression a bit of a miss for a little bit. So you can have a morale.
All right.
Excellent.
So for next turn, Bagaze is unable to specify cards affect Brandon's moral or attack. And that's actually a good idea to leave the card there on the side so we remember it.
You just want to make sure that you fully read that. You cannot
Dude,
specify.
I know I can't pirate.
Mm-hmm. And pickup doesn't work either.
Neither does heist if it's going to be ready next turn.
Yep.
Just making sure.
Seems a man of many skills. A rare combination.
I think I'm going to pass the turn.
Alright, it's your turn, Bacchus.
Okay. I will start by turning these guys around, but doesn't really matter because they can't do anything this turn.
But there's a good thing here. Our diplomatic relations are finally
It
improving.
is. I feel like we're getting somewhere.
We're almost friends again.
We are close.
We were never.
We're
We
not
were
quite
never
there.
friends, actually. Sorry, Backer.
Ouch! I'm drawing a card.
Oh, where is Ziana of you, Brandon?
I know, right?
Okay. I cannot top deck a card to save my life. Wonderful. All right. I guess I will reduce timers, and I'll put that on there because I'm not reducing it. I'll leave that for perhaps next turn.
You can just put it in the bag so you know that it's gone, so it's at 0 effectively. That's
Yeah. Either way,
you
doesn't
do
matter.
it. Track however you want.
There are a lot of ways to
Cool.
do it. A lot of people do it like this though.
And obviously I can't do that either, so same scenario, but that stays there technically anyway. All right, so I will reduce, put this one. Ooh, we had no idea what that was, did we? I
That
will
is a
gain-
shocker. Where did you get that boat?
I know, 2 intel. Okay, I will produce.
That's a lot of intel you've been able to produce over there for a deck that's just not typically focused.
Yeah, this is probably the first time I've seen Latabo winning the Intel War.
All right.
I will take a generic to gain a morale.
I think I forgot to do my intel last turn.
As I said, I don't remind people about things anymore unless they're negative.
Fair, it's fair.
All right.
I always forget that Lorenzo Space Center because it's got so much stuff it's doing.
Do I want to play anything Yeah, look, I might as well. I'll play 1 fuel, and I'll swap 2 fuels as generics. And I'll play a yellow. Now, I don't think you've got anything I can hijack. And there's like unless a bot fly is counted, which I don't think it is.
Mhm.
They've got stealth.
Yep, cannot target stealth units, and Viggo Vidal is not, well, Vidal is
He's not a
quite
machine.
organic, so not a machine, yeah.
I mean, we don't technically know what's under that layer of skin.
I
He could
reckon.
be a
I reckon he's a
Terminator.
cyborg. That's exactly right.
At least,
I reckon
at
he's.
least part of it. He's also got stealth, though, right? So,
Well, tell us the skinny Brandon. Is he a cyborg?
he's not.
I'm checking.
He's the Ennis
So good.
favorite assassin, though.
Fair call. Look, I think as I'm unable to pew pew, I guess that is my turn. Is that your turn?
Wrong. We'll then reduce timers. I'm going to gain the intel that I'm not going to forget this time. And I'm going to produce. Going to convert this to a generic. Going to play a blackmail. The choice is yours.
You can take the resources. I think I've got enough.
Yeah, it's pay
You
to
get to-
pay
you
to.
get to-
You get to choose.
Yeah, you get to
I get to
choose your
choose.
two.
Mhm.
You can have a generic and look. You can have one of these.
Gonna use my leader ability here. Gain 1 intel, and you're gonna lose 1 morale.
Oh,
Hey, what just happened? Grab a dice. I don't know why this timer was set to 2. One timer.
Yeah, I don't think your deck has two timer counts.
I don't allow it. It's 2. You marked it as 2.
He didn't enter his turn though.
It's okay. I'll check.
So remember, you are allowed to correct things as long as it's your turn. But once you end
Well,
your turn, then it's an...
I have no idea what card he's playing. How can I correct it?
No, I just meant Brandon's side.
Yeah, when it flips over, you get to validate it. If it's wrong, then I lose. I forfeit the card. It gets discarded.
Yeah, and all the resources. That's a pretty harsh
Yep.
rule, by the way. Thank you for that.
Can I ask a really sneaky question about that?
Yeah.
Can you do that on purpose?
Ooh.
To discard. Yeah. Yes, you can.
So like if I had a prototype in a Velkov game, for example,
Oh.
accident got it wrong, and then used the restored vehicle on it.
Technically, at this particular moment, I'd need to think about it. My gut reaction is yes, you could do that. But you would lose all the resources that you paid for it.
Why would you pay more than one for it?
You probably wouldn't with that strategy. That little statement you just made right there is an intriguing one. I'll have to go and evaluate exactly how to technically handle that rules. I don't know how it's written right now, and we might just have some kind of nasty follow-up rule to something like that. Like if you do it on purpose a certain number of times or something like that, you automatically lose the game.
Remember, it says the resources and cards are eliminated on misplay. But
it is what it is right now. It's absolutely what it is.
Just out of interest.
It's an interesting point, though. That's why the rules have to be updated from time to time, right? Like, oh, that's interesting. No one's ever tried that before.
I was going to try it if we played that pair.
Does that one have a restored vehicle in it?
You mean the Volko method?
so.
Yeah, it does.
Actually, it does. Yeah, it's a good combo. Interesting idea. No one's tried that. War never changes. Is that true? You've never seen anybody try that?
Yeah, I mean, because that... Oh, wait, that... Oh, damn. Now I just realized another combination, which I'm not gonna say, because... Oh, wait, might as well. Remember that matchup has the Leon's ability to ransom unit, right? Basically, if you want to keep those resources and not spend the ransom price on the prototype, you can kind of sacrifice the card and use this method to actually restore it back. With a bit different variation of what you suggested. That's it.
That one you've already got it out, so you don't really want to do that. So technically costs you more.
Yeah, it technically costs you more, but if you have something you absolutely need an excess resource amount for,
yeah, true.
It's a situational. But it's different. It's not a rule-breaking one, because it technically follows the rule setups. But just it's a good thing to know, actually. Okay, last thing is that Roses can attack out block.
Ending my turn.
Okay. I will... Nothing to turn around. So I will draw a card. Pray to God that it's a Kraken. Hey. Okay, I will reduce timers, so I will steal some power.
Just put it on leader, thanks.
Yep. And I will also steal this.
Okay, Darzan gets eliminated and transfers into Latabo's side, heals full, and the equipment resource attached to it gets eliminated. And Darzan gets to produce this turn.
Fun. Alright. That is my counter, so I will produce. I will take a equipment. Actually, I'll take a few food. Doesn't really matter. I will take generic, increase my morale by 1. I will take some fuel. And I will take the one that hasn't produced yet. Wonderful. Alright. Oh, sorry, I forgot about my anchor. Wonderful. Alright, I will pay 1 fuel, 1 generic. Run out of space.
This game's stretching on a little bit longer.
Yeah,
Oh, it's gonna go.
it's
I-
gonna
I
go.
need-
It's
I
gonna
need-
go the 2 hour mark.
I reckon it's almost gonna go more. Is my gut feel, but you never know.
It depends on the draws. I have a hunch on the result, but go on.
Alright. And do I want to play anything? Yeah, I may as well. I will play 2 fuel and I will top swap 2 equipment, 2 generic, and play another Gubbo, which he can't do anything because there's nothing for him to hijack. Bit of a waste of time. But it's something to do. And we have some weather. So it doesn't look like the field's particularly good for attacking today, so I might have to give it a miss. And that is supposed to go back to 5.
Correct.
And unless you want me to leave it at 1, then I can use it again.
Mm-hmm.
Nope.
No, you should definitely put it at 5.
All right, cool.
I wouldn't
Um,
allow you to use that if you tried that next turn, by the way.
Judge Hammer comes down.
You die.
Warning.
It's your turn. Your turn.
All right. Going to draw. Going to reduce timers. Oh, actually, I'm going to put this weather back first. Sorry.
True.
I'm going to reduce timers.
Another sub. I was a little bit too early.
And then this is going to gain 2 intel, and I'm going to gain 1 intel for my Lorenzo. So I'm going to get 3 intel total.
Still no intel superiority, though.
I am then going to produce.
I got it. Echo, Lima, Zulu.
Going to pay 1. Generic.
Sheesh. Narcissistic bureaucrat.
Your turn.
Fun. All right. Nothing to return, so I will draw a card. Seriously. Okay, wonderful. I will reduce timers. Okay, and I will pirate. I will take more power. I will choose food. I will choose generic, increase my morale by 1. Fuel. Fuel. Equipment. Equipment. Oh, I think that went on top of my deck. Pretty sure. I will just...
I missed that one because I was zooming on the moral stuff.
I'm pretty sure. I'm going to flip this because I'm 95% sure that went on my deck. It did.
It did. Settle your deck just in case. Oh wait, it went on top right, so you don't need to actually.
Correct. So I don't need to, yeah.
You don't need to.
Cool. Alright. I will... What turn are we on? 1 second, sorry. Apologies, had some business. I was just saying goodbye. All right. I think we are at me playing some cards. I will play 1 generic or another minefield. All right. Cool beans. I think it is time. That is Scott's stealth. Okay. What is it? 80. Fun. Okay.
5,000 strong.
I will send. What have we got? Let me just look at these healths properly this time. So if I send these 2, that would be 200. To start off with, you could block if you wanted to. 280. And I'll send both Garbos and Kubani. Oh, is that no? That's not enough. Got 2 bot lines now, and Rico. That's Rico's health. 60. No, I won't send those guys. I will just send. I'll leave him. Also, just send these 3. To attack Mount Erie, please.
That's it? No, you're not sending anything anywhere else.
Nope. This
So
is going to
just
be
these.
a battle of
just
attrition,
these 3
this one, I'm
subs.
afraid. Yes.
Well, I will block one of yours with my GR Viper. Your Ghost Mantis, they will both die. None of that damage will get through. I will take 100
And 80.
to this guy. my turn. Draw.
Yep.
Then reduce timers. You're going to lose 1 morale for that, and I'm going to gain an intel for it. I'm then going to produce. I'm going to also gain an intel for my other. Right there. I'm now at 13 morale. I can't tell if I'm
No, I'm on
achieved
8.
dominance or if I'm still a little far out.
It's
Still
still
a
one
little
off.
way out.
Unit
Okay.
6.
Thank you. Ooh. We'll then play one.
I don't think I reduced my heist ability. Does it stay at 5? I assume it does.
Well, you kind of forgot it. That might be cruel, so I'm gonna ask your opponent, do you allow him to rectify his mistake outside of his turn?
No, we're playing solid tournament rules here.
Yep, so you do not get to reduce your time.
No worries.
And I'm sure that'll come back to bite me later, but I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to use Xiena's ability to gain 1 intel, and my opponent will lose 1 morale.
Sure.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I am now superior in intel.
Sure.
So
Well,
please
you're
do not
6.
play any intel cards.
You're
unless
6
you gain
ahead,
1.
right?
Yeah, Lather cannot use intel cards.
Your turn.
I will turn these fellas around.
Rod seems a man of many skills.
All right.
A rare combination.
I will draw a card. Finally, something that I can use. Okay. I will reduce timers and I will steal.
Could you also fix your moral token? It's upside down.
Yeah, will do. Thank you.
Impossible.
Oh, there we go. All right. And there's nothing else I can spin around, so I will produce. I will take some more food just for giggles. I will take a generic. Increase my morale by 1. I will take 2 fuel. Pardon me, my darling wife was just wandered in and started talking on the phone, so I've asked her to leave. If you heard anything in the background,
Currently,
okay.
currently hearing nothing, so you are fine.
Cool. Sorry about
Hopefully
that.
your
If anyone
marriage
did-
survives that dismissal.
Don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone.
Get
Finally, I've hit a search card after all this time. But it's Intel, and I can't play it.
Seems a man of many skills.
Oh, that hurts. How can I increase my Intel? I don't know if there is any way I can increase my Intel.
Shy of using an intel card, you need to play a force from your hand, or something like a building that produces intel.
Yeah. I think I've already got everything that can possibly do that, but I can draw 2. So, just a rules question. Does the hijack have to be on the field?
Do you mean the Garbo's card? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, he just steals the equipment, basically. So it doesn't work like Brainwash. Oh, wait, actually. Wait, actually! Oh, yo, now I know what you've done. Brandon, we actually need a UO clarification on that one. Can you use hijack on the grave discard piles?
Unless it specifies something from the discard, it's always assumed that you're talking about the war zone.
Alright, so... Wouldn't... Oh, yeah, that's true. The restored vehicle specified discard, so you can't use it on discard pile. That was an interesting idea, though. Unfortunately not applicable.
I'm still, my mind's still a little blown on the last one he brought up.
One moment, sorry, I got someone come in. 1 second.
Alright.
Just dismiss them. Just kidding.
That was a neat idea, though. I never even considered that. But,
The hijack one or the one that he was talking about before?
Using hijack and discard pile, but it doesn't say discard pile like the restored vehicle does, for example, so... True. But that's some really outside of the box thinking there.
Yeah, I'm liking what I'm hearing from him. The other thing that he said earlier about the
Deliberately misplaying his
using,
hand,
purposefully doing that. I think we probably will have to put some kind of extra penalty a certain amount of time. It's a clever strategy in general. The restored vehicle, I can't remember how expensive it is, but it's only 3. You still have to wait the timer, but you know.
Mm-hmm. So many card draws though, and no Kraken's extra ones though. Kinda disappointed.
Yeah, we're both kind of struggling with draws.
That early Kraken discard basically gave you a chance.
Sorry, what was that?
Nah, nothing. I shouldn't comment on the game. Sorry about that. Just complimented your choices on certain views earlier.
See if it pays off. This is a strange game to say the least.
Especially the Intel War.
Yeah, no. It's gone really, really strange.
Just
My
reminded-
apologies, sorry about that.
Yeah. No worries.
Okay.
We've agreed
Yeah,
that you've caused a delay of game and you lose all resources. Just kidding.
That was such a bad time for you to take the intel lead. My lord. I can't. You go for the discard pass. That doesn't help me. That's just annoying. Okay. All right. I guess I don't have anything I can play then, I don't think. So I will go to attack phase. I will send, what do we got? We got I will send I ain't getting better anytime soon. I will send the Manta against your hyper defense barrier. And I will send both the Black Wave and the Viper against Mount Erie.
Alright.
Is that it?
That's it.
Since there are no Navy units in the field, and units that can block Navy units, their attacks go through, and the Mount Eric gas deposits get eliminated. It takes 150
I'm gonna
damage.
go ahead and grab one of these to track the damage on this guy. So he's gonna go down to 60.
And Sienna loses 6 more.
I will lose these resources.
And it's your turn.
Wait. Did I heard a click, and I don't know if I accidentally clicked something.
I believe it was the morale token. You reduce it from 9 to 3. Which is correct since you lost 6.
Okay. That's what I was wondering if I accidentally did that. I wasn't paying attention. Okay, I will start my turn. Draw a card. Reduce timers. Gain 2 morale. Oh wait, yeah, well, silver 2. You're gonna lose another morale, please.
Sure.
Get more intel for that. And I'm going to reduce.
We might need to use tokens for the resource silos soon.
We are running low.
Okay.
Actually,
Going to exchange 2 of these for a food.
no, never mind. That fixes the issue for now.
I'm going to also exchange 2 of these
You can
for
take
a
a morale.
power.
Oh, for a power. Pardon me. I thought I knew what you were playing then.
Easy, bro.
Easy, bro.
Easy, bro.
Side.
I'm going to give you a little bit of shame there.
Oh. Oh dear.
There's 2 morale.
Sure.
What have we done? We cannot run, people going berserk. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it has begun. Killing each other, guess we'll never learn. Yeah, I have become death and the
And I'm gonna end my turn.
Fun bar. Alright, I will return. Flip. These guys. Cool. Alright, I will also draw. Cool. I will reduce the timer. I will pirate. I will produce. Guess I'll continue to take food even though I don't really have anything to do with it. I'll take generic, increase my morale by 1. I'll take 2 fuel. Or am I out of equipment? Alright, I will play one of them. And I will also play one of them.
Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer of worlds. Yeah, it has begun. Killing each other, guess we'll never learn. Yeah, I have become death and the destroyer.
Okay. What do we got? How much is left on the defense barrier? 60?
Yep,
Correct.
60 health.
So you're 100% sure I can't Garbo from my
It
discard.
doesn't say discard.
100%.
Yeah. Restored vehicles, which is the only card that allows you to return cards from discard, says discard. So,
Cool. Alright. Making me sad, but that's okay.
it was a neat idea, though, I give you that.
Alright. I think let's get shaken. So what have I got? I've got 100, 170, plus another 80 is 250, plus another 50. Look, I'll put all of the forces except after rereading and rereading, there's no way I can block a botfly because it's air and has stealth. That's my problem. Gotta find the Kraken. Oh, God. Okay, I will put everything onto the territory. Do I have to isolate the defense barrier and then do the territory with different forces, or do they all just go there and it just works out like that?
You can only assign forces at the same time, and as long as there's no condition that allows you to attack a territory, you cannot attack that territory until a condition is removed. And if the condition is removed during the battle phase, you cannot assign your forces to that territory. So if you destroy a defense barrier this turn with battle, you cannot attack the bombs after. You have to do it next turn.
Okay. I will attack the pawns just for giggles with the Black Wave. And the GR Viper.
So just to clarify, you're saying you're attacking. You said pawns, but I think you.
Sorry, the barrier. Pardon me.
Yeah, you can only target the barrier as long as it exists.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. So then I
So
can't.
Well,
sorry, so
not
which-
only you can. I mean, you cannot target bombs when the barrier exists.
So
So-
can I? So I can't attack pawns at all this turn, basically.
Yeah.
Correct.
Okay.
Which ones are
I'll
you
just-
sending? Just again to clarify.
These two.
Just those two.
Yep.
Okay. Hyper defense barrier will die.
And that's one more.
I will start my turn
It's
by
Brandon's
drawing.
turn. Mhm.
Oops. Dang it. Let's do. Reduce timers. Both gonna go to 0 actually. Ah. Gonna gain my 3 intel.
That war is won, I think.
What's that?
That war is won. You got the right card. It's over.
Try 1.
You can replace the silo resources with token, since they only produce one time. Just count how many resources you got on one silo and just add that token number on it, which allows us to have more generic resources.
4, 5, 6, 7.
So 7
Split.
token. Yep.
I got it. Echo, Lima, Zulu.
We'll just go with that. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I produced here, but I'm a little token thing kind of threw me off, so I'll just go with it, whatever it was. Okay, I'm gonna use 1, 2, and I'm gonna exchange generic and a power for a equipment.
Sheesh. Narcissistic bureaucrat.
I'm going to use but I think I got 2. So I'm going to go ahead and use Xiena's both of her abilities. So the first one I'm going to do is her first ability, which is going to gain me 1 intel, and you're going to lose 1 morale. And then lose 9 morale. You are compromised.
Alright. And you cannot attack this turn.
That is true. I cannot.
Okay. I guess
And I'm ending my turn.
I will draw a card. I can't. You can't attack that turn. Okay. I am compromised. I will reduce timers. Tell you what, if I hadn't have forgotten to do that, I still had a win condition. God damn it. Because it would be going off next turn. I forgot it twice, clearly.
Yeah, you did. And then, since you see it now, I'm gonna say you also had another win condition, which you didn't notice, but I won't say that now.
It's fine. I mean, I can still get there. It's all good. I have hopes. I'm gonna move that away and flip that.
Life is full of miracles.
It is. It is indeed. Okay. Produce. Sorry, I'll pirate first. And then produce. Let's keep banging away at that. I can't take any moral now because I'm compromised, correct? So
You cannot get moral, yeah.
I'll just grab one of them. And there's probably not a lot of point in grabbing all these because, like, I got nothing to play with them. Alright. Let's just for giggles put that out and that out. And let's just exchange that for one of these. Alright. And I'll play a storm. Your turn.
Soldier and army forces can't attack this turn.
But my lovely water ones can.
Yep, they do. But didn't you say... Well, I'm not gonna
What?
be evil. Okay.
All right, so these, all of these guys will attack and destroy pawns.
Just can you just clarify again? So which ones are attacking? Okay. You're destroying pawns.
Yes.
I will.
Skill 18. Yeah, that is enough damage. So Pons is destroyed and Ziana loses 8 more.
And it's compromised. Yay!
Okay. I will then my turn to draw a card. We'll reduce timers. Gain 3 intel. Going to produce 2. I have no morale, so I can't play either of the cards in my hand. And I cannot attack with army or soldier forces. However, my navy here can attack.
Look at your
And
drones.
he's. Oh, and I gained
hang on.
two intel for that too.
They're an Air Force, that's fine. I thought
And
they were
then,
right.
so I'm gonna go ahead and attack your compromised leader with all 3 of these.
Yep.
And
don't
do the bot lies ended effect. Tato gets assassinated. And that's game.
Yep. Because I don't have
Flip
anything.
that
to
leader.
block.
No. Slowly
No,
flip
no,
that
no.
leader for me.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah.
You want to see it? You want
I wanna watch
satisfaction?
Yeah. Let's
I'm
get
gonna
all
make
in.
it
We
pretty
don't need any of that.
Got to move all this stuff out of the way.
Yeah, let's watch it. None of that.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Oh, good game, backers.
That
I-
Kraken in the first turn absolutely screwed me.
I was playing top deck for like half that game and just was not getting anywhere. And I saw you make several misplays and was enjoying all of them. Appreciate that.
Okay.
Don't think I could have won had you caught all of them, but I don't know for sure.
You wouldn't.
Cool.
Now I can say, because you had 2 ways to win. First one was, as you noticed, if you remembered your timers, you would have been able to win. You also didn't target your buildings. I mean,
No.
look how many buildings there are, and these buildings have...
All just wide open, ready for death. Yeah,
Yeah.
I was thinking the same thing from like long ago.
If you just...
I thought I was going to start getting those picked off
it-
early.
You just
To
needed
do what though? Because
You just...
it's 1 morale.
If you just
Yeah.
withered one silo bit by bit and just took the barrier and 1 silo, you would have compromised Sienna one turn earlier. But it's a long-term
And
thing.
then you would have won.
Yeah.
Your buildings compromise. I thought only territories compromise leaders.
No, there are 3 ways to win, remember?
Well, you can compromise a leader via morale, no cards in the arsenal to draw, or all territories that were your start territories eliminated.
You had those territory victory and moral victory in your grasp here.
Each building loses morale. In addition.
Yeah, but 1 morale. How does 1 morale when you are miles ahead of morale?
Well, you had enough turns where I want to call out that I didn't attack until the final attack, not once through the whole game. So I had no forces. I mean, I basically was only playing defense the entire time. So, I mean, I compromised you by morale loss, right? and you could have compromised me by morale loss by using the buildings as ways to nickel and dime my morale down, because there are six buildings out right now,
Yeah.
and
So
each of
that's-
them,
3 of them are 1, and 3
three
of them are 2.
two.
So that's
Could have
6.
gotten
And
a
9.
total of.
And the way that you
Oh.
gain morale, I could never catch up. No way. Because I had considered that. And I'm like, I'm never going to make it because you've got too many morale increasing cards.
I gained 3 morale and 1 treaty. So I gained a total of 4 morale through the entire game, as far as I'm aware. With 1 blackmail. Or no, the treaty. 1 treaty is the only time I gained morale.
Yeah, and you lost 3
Card.
to the
You got
on
2. I paid for 2 treaties, so you got 2 there.
Mhm.
But I mean that's fine. Yeah. Look, I didn't think that I'd get the morale win by doing that, so that's okay. No,
Yeah, but-
I just you.
Yeah, I'm sorry. To be fair, this was a really good game. You played that pretty uniquely and quite effectively, to be honest. I'm impressed.
I was impressed with your intel gain. The intel gain that you got was shocking, and that use of the restored vehicle to grab that sub from me was fantastic. Excellent.
I pulled this on the hand that you took ahead of and you pulled ahead of the intel.
Ooh, that's
I mean-
unlucky.
I mean, to be honest, you could have been locked out way earlier had you not played the game you did. So it's impressive that you stayed in the Intel War as long as you did. I mean, you could have easily have drawn that on a turn earlier. You know, if chances had been different. And, you know, that would have maybe opened it up for some major gameplay.
Yeah, and that on first turn really killed me as well.
Yeah, when I saw that, I was like, that's gonna hurt. So here's the thing: I know that as soon as I put down the bot flies, I was like, it's dangerous to put down the bot flies that early because they can just get killed quickly by losing stealth. But the only thing that can lose stealth is the Kraken. So I was kind of doing it on purpose, at least with the first one, to try and entice you to play it if you had it. I mean, I kind of assumed you would anyway, but that would be eating you alive that I've got these air units with stealth. So when I saw that in the first hand, I was like, oh my gosh, I got to get rid of that because that's going to hurt pretty bad. I was
So
going to
far
originally
away.
just use it. My goal was originally just to take the morale hit because that's like a good way to nickel the morale. But you also choosing to take generic most of the turns, that was a pretty substantial value, gain, especially considering how many turns we did. Like if I hadn't had the ability to use Xena's, move a second time, I don't know if I could have even come close.
Yeah, I figured I had to do that, especially when you nuked one of my Krakens in the first turn, thinking that, hang on a second, then now I need to get another one. So I need to draw to some rummages, draw to the Krakens to try and find it.
All right.
Cool. Thanks, man. Good game.
And just for
Thank
the
you.
recording, I'm going to say thank you, Bill, for playing. And Brandon Wolsekin advances on the winners ladder, and Bacchus drops to the losers bracket. And Brandon's opponent will be Golfer, and might be a flash match. I need to discuss about that with you later. And as for Bacchus, I do not know who your opponent will be yet. And next match in the tournament will be on Sunday, 10 AM UTC 0, and it will be me versus Riquito Ace. So thank you everyone for watching,
Look forward to that one.
and as always, stay safe.